The word vintage strikes a chord in most of us, especially when it comes to campers, as we get to see the ideas that led to the designs we see today. The days of old were rampant with an anything-goes mindset, so you can't help but look at them with admiration while shaking your head at the same time. I'm Reacher, and today we're bringing you 10 vintage and classic campers that paved the way to the modern day.
Number 10.
German-based Austermann produced just over 1,300 units of this one from 1959 to the early 60s, with current estimates of existing models running around 50 to 60 depending on who you talk to. Named the Knospe, it came in several models of varying length which were designed with towability in mind. The narrow footprint decreased wind resistance while increasing the driver's view behind the vehicle. The Caravan could be expanded via a series of hand crank gears on each side that moved the walls outward, increasing the width to just over 7 feet. Features included a dining area with a fold-up table that converted to a sleeper the size of a king-size mattress. Along with the solid wood cabinetry, there was also a flush-mounted sink and a dual-burner gas cooker. The interior conveyed the style of the times, and though it wasn't the most luxurious of campers, the unique design definitely served its purpose.
Number 9.
First introduced in 1963, the Scout Camper by International Harvester was built upon the existing Scout, a small two-door SUV similar to a Jeep. The camper was offered in 3 configurations that saw the sides fold down like wings to serve as the beds. A foam mattress was included, with a framework of steel poles and a canvas cover to provide protection from the elements. The interior could be outfitted as needed with features such as a small ice box, a sink, a stove with an oven, and a hideaway toilet. A small dinette was directly behind the cab, utilizing bench seating and a fold-down table. It was released in the 2 color schemes you see here. Unfortunately, less than 100 units were produced due to a lack of orders and problems with the build quality.
Number 8.
What started as a project for personal use in 1947 culminated into a caravan business that is still going strong today, even though there were tumultuous times involving bankruptcies and buyouts. First introduced in 1954 by Dutch company Kip Caravans, the Kuiken was a lightweight model intended to be towed by smaller vehicles. The roof raises at an angle to increase the headroom in the interior, which can be accessed via a rear door. Inside is a closet sitting opposite a cooker, sink, and extendable countertop. The front of the trailer has a dinette with bench seating that converts to a king-size sleeper. The sides of the raised roof could be a choice of hard panels or a canvas that could be folded in, opening the camper to the outdoors. Although it only offered the basic necessities, for its time it was a game changer that saw a lot of use throughout many European countries.
Number 7.
First manufactured in 1946 during the post-war boom, the Higgins camp trailer wasn't meant to be fancy, but it was convenient and reliable, which goes a long way for the camper who makes regular outdoor excursions. The simple design consisted of an aluminum body that had panels folding out to each side. A series of steel poles were attached to this, creating a framework that was covered with a canvas, forming the tent which could sleep up to 4 people using the included air mattresses. When not in use, the Higgins could be stored away upright in a standard garage. Production on this one was a short run, ending in late 1947, with the last units selling in 1948.
Number 6.
Starting production in 1956, Netherlands-based Otten Caravans offered 6 models, with the Zwerver being the one shown here. Ottens all had a design incorporating a wood framework with a masonite outer shell and a lifting roof. The interior offered the basics, having a dinette with an adjustable table that converted to a bed. Opposite this was a small kitchenette with removable covers that also served as extra counter space. The Caravan even has a, wait for it, Dutch door, which is the coolest door ever in my humble opinion.
Number 5.
Based out of Austin, Texas at the time, Glastron was a boat manufacturer that decided to get into the RV market, starting with this 21-foot model in 1968. The body consisted of an insulated monocoque fiberglass shell attached to a safety cage built from 2-inch steel pipe, which was then welded directly to the chassis. Powered by a 212 horsepower V8 engine, it ended up around 21 feet long, 8 feet wide, and 10 feet tall. The interior offered all the amenities of home, having a kitchen and dining area in the front half with a wet bath and a sleeping area in the rear that could accommodate up to 6 people.
Number 4.
After about 4 years of testing his prototypes during family holidays, a gentleman by the name of Constant Russo presented the Rapido Confort to the public in 1961. Setting it up only took a few minutes, involving nothing more than unfolding the top and locking the hard walls into place. Doing so more than doubled the footprint of the trailer, creating a space that could easily accommodate up to 4 people. On one side was a dinette with a fold-down table, while opposite this was a sofa running the length of the wall. Centrally located was the cooking area, having a sink and dual-burner cooktop. Sleeping accommodations were made by modifying the dinette and the sofa into double beds that could sleep up to 4 people. When not in use, the Confort could be stowed away on its side in a standard garage.
Number 3.
First coming to the scene during the travel trailer boom in the 1930s, Michigan-based Kozy produced the Kozy coach in 3 models of varying lengths. The shape of the trailer was sometimes referred to as a breadbox style, a look not all too uncommon for the time. The interior layout included a parlor area in the front with sofas that converted to a full-size bed. The back of the trailer housed the kitchen and dinette, which could convert to an extra bed if needed. The one you see here uses masonite for the exterior, as there were wartime restrictions on the use of steel.
Number 2.
Although it's not a production model, I had to include this one on here due to the ingenuity of it all. The Road Yacht is a fitting name as it's built around a 1971 Neoplan Skyliner bus. It utilizes a split-level design with the bottom floor serving as the main living quarters. Depending on what it's being used for, the upper floor can serve as extra living space with a lounge area, bathroom, and beds at each end, or it can be set up as a workspace for use during promotional tours. The roof is separated into 3 sections that open independently of each other, with the front section having the ability to slide forward and increase the floor space. The Road Yacht is available to rent with an included driver, so feel free to let loose and enjoy the trip if you get a chance at this one.
Number 1.
Personally, I think this one is a genius idea. But given the track record of this style of boat-camper combo, it's probably a good thing I'm not in the industry. Kom-Pak made this one in the early 1950s, only building an estimated 16 to 20, with less than half of those remaining today. The trailer and boat were both made from fiberglass and built to resemble the rear ends of Ford vehicles of the day, a selling point that unfortunately didn't help in the end. The boat served as the roof of the trailer when not in use. A framework of poles with a folding canvas covered everything when the boat was removed. The interior is accessed via a door on the side, offering just enough room to sleep as well as storage space at each end. The rear of the trailer houses the cooking area while also serving as a work area using the fold-down compartment door. Like most, it only offered the basics, but the diverse nature of the design coupled with the low weight of just under 1,200 pounds made this one a top choice in my book. Alright folks, there's our 10 campers and then some. Let us know in the comments if you have any memories of using these on your camping trips from back in the day. Also, feel free to offer any suggestions you think should have made the list. I'm Reacher, and we'll see you on the next one.